because Jesus in the way that he stood up for her. And I don't know about y'all, but I want to be in a place where I worship God so greatly that he begins to move my enemies out the way. That I worship God so greatly that he begins to move things in my behalf. That I worship God so greatly that he begins to give me favor with man and him. That y'all don't know when to get excited in the church. I worship God so greatly that he begins to shake out stuff that's not like him. I worship God so greatly that he begins to pour into me and to use me like he never used me before. Y'all see, I want y'all to know that your betrayer will make private moves to publicly kill you. Y'all want to talk today. Your betrayer will make private moves to publicly kill you. They will link up with folks and talk about you and figure out how to demolish your character and talk bad about you. And they'll tell your side of the story, but never tell your side of the story. And the whole time God is saying to you, shut your mouth, don't tell your side of the story. Let people think what they want to think. And you got to battle, you got to fight for your purpose. Because right now, your purpose is in the hanging because you know there's a betrayer in you. Preaching good. And so, thinking not strange when people you normally go around and you say, hey, how you doing? And they begin to act funny. It's because the betrayer's been running his mouth. Thinking not strange that people who once liked your status and all of a sudden don't like your status because the betrayer has been talking. Thinking not strange that at one point in time people who was coming to church no longer come to church because the betrayer has been talking. And the betrayer comes to kill your integrity. The betrayer comes to break you down before you get to the resurrection part of your purpose. Jesus was so close to the Lord, he didn't wait on the betrayer to show his face. He already knew who his betrayer was. You can be so close to God, God can show you who your betrayer was. You can be so close to God, God can show you when the enemy is coming. Come on, that's how close we ought to be with our relationship with the Father, that the enemy was the Lord will show us when the enemy is right up on us. I don't care how bad your enemy hurts you, you still don't expose them. You always cover them. I don't care how bad they talk about you. You don't go talk about them with nobody else. You pray for them. Come on, y'all want to talk to me today. I don't care how much they scandalize your name. You speak well of them. Y'all want to talk back to me. Because love will make you do right by people who do wrong by you. He understood that Judas was part of his purpose. And let me tell y'all something. Everybody needs a Judas because Judas will change the dynamic and the level of your prayer life. Judas will reroute the way you worship. Judas will pivot your praise and crucify your flesh. Judas will cause you to pray harder than you ever prayed. Judas will cause you to praise God like you never praised God before. Judas will cause you to get in the presence of God to keep your flesh under control because your flesh won't act up. And in the middle of that, you fight for your purpose, but you know if you allow your flesh to get in the way, your purpose will be placed on pause. And so that's what has been happening with you. For those of you who are experiencing pressure, you're experiencing pressure because your flesh keeps telling you you can't. And God is trying to build up your spirit man and make him stronger than your flesh. And he's trying to get you to listen more to your spirit than you do to your flesh. And he's trying to put you in a place to understand that your flesh ain't wanting nothing, but your spirit is the one you're supposed to eat. And I understand that I can take it, God. I can take it because I understand that this pressure is not for me to get in my feelings and my emotions and begin to cry and give up. This pressure is not for me to act like I'm just mad at the world that I'm going through. This pressure is not for me to turn on the people who try to tell me what's right because my flesh is out of control now. I want to listen. This pressure is because I have to get to a place of not my will, God, but your will be done. And I have to have bad and hurt. I have to have much I got to cry. I have to have many people overrun. I have to have many times I got to flip over backwards, crawl and get in your presence. I will not submit to what I want. No more of my will, no more doing things my way, no more handling things my way, no more responding to things my way, no more of acting the way I want to act and doing the things I want to do and saying the things I want to say. No, God, because every time I try it my way, it don't go right. Every time I do it my way, it fails. Every time I do it my way, it crumbles. But when I do it your way, it succeeds. He has to go through the thorns on his head. He has to go through being whipped with the whip. He had to carry the cross up lens, baby. What you see is real. What you feel is real. It's holes in